Alrighty, boys and girls, friends, neighbors, loved one. Treat for you today. What we got here is a Dewalt. It's the DW831. It's the 5-inch, 12 amps. Oh, got some chooch. This unit I picked up on Facebook Marketplace. It is brand new. It did come with the wrench. There's a couple things that before we get going I wanted to talk about. Really nice shape. Hey, you can service the brushes. That's good. These grinders, these are awesome. Corded tools are getting a bad rap nowadays, and I think it's nuts. The time that you get out of these for the cost versus the battery one.
Yeah,
bring me the battery one.
Oh, sorry.
The battery ones are excruciatingly expensive.
Yeah.
You gotta buy batteries for them.
And like you're just not, if you're hogging down.
This is Jake's. This is his Dewalt DCG414. That's a battery operated one. That's flex volt. Yeah, it is the Black & Decker. This thing is expensive, really expensive.
Like for me as a millwright, like I want this if I got to go up on the roof of a factory, the cordless.
But these are great for the shop because they're 110 powered. They got lots of balls. You can hunger down on them. Let's get some features. So obviously, it's got switchable handle. I prefer this handle to be on the left. Some guys will prefer it to be on the right, or you need to switch it to get into a tight quarter place. That's okay too. Does come with, I believe, it is an infinitely. If I can get my hand in there, I can't get my hand in there. Oh, buddy. So let's do this. Let's use the tool and see if we can pop that out. See, this is live as it happens, so yes, we can. There you go. So now I can adjust my guard any way I want it for doing different kinds of things. I didn't do an open box on this because it didn't come in the box, so that's why I didn't do it. Comes with a wrench, but I know all you guys are thinking the same thing I am. It's not a pin wrench, and that's fantastic, because when you're in the shop working hard to get things done, you don't want a pin wrench to slow you down. Some of you will get the humor in that. So it's a hexagon head. So I can use adjustable wrench on this. I can use a wrench, I can use a socket, or I can use this tin wrench that came with it. So when we change that, there's a detent button on top. That'll lock the arbor. And I'm able to crack that loose and spin that on. Does come with a 5 by 1/4 inch with a 7/8 bore. A24R type 27. So the type 27 is it's depressed. The A24, I believe this is going to be 24 grit, possibly. Aluminum oxide. I don't know, I'd have to look it up. So they're calling this a general purpose grinding wheel. That comes free with the unit. When you buy it in the box, you'll get that. And the and an instruction manual, which I mean, there's not a lot of instruction to a grinder. The one thing that I'll tell you guys is that once in a while I'll put a dab of anti-seize on my grinder nuts. It appears that this one can only be used in, obviously, well, it doesn't appear. It can, unless you had a pin, it can only be used in one direction. And I do love the fact that it's a hex. You know, if I could buy a bag of these hexes, I would. Because I hate them pin wrenches with a passion. And I'm sure lots of you guys. You don't got to go bananas tight. Just a wee little snuggie on this. So I'll set up a grind. And then we can go from there. Again, I want to reiterate. Corded tools. Corded tools. Oh, what do we got going here? Corded tools are awesome. They're awesome in the shop. If you're on a site where they have a generator,
They're great.
they're great too. I was just at a shop that they had. I'm not going to name I believe it was the Red brand that it was, but they were all beat to hell, and these weren't old grinders. Expensive batteries, charging. I mean, what's that battery worth? 60-volt battery.
A flex volt can get to be $300 a piece.
So if you don't have a spare battery and your battery goes dead, you're stopped.
Just burning up really expensive tools.
Yeah, I mean that's great for you're in a remote location, way up in the air,
Up on
stuff
a
like
roof,
that.
You got an HVAC unit. You got a.
Yeah, perfect.
You bring a little suitcase up there, and you're working with your welder, and you've got to quickly buzz something off to get a weld on it to keep the paperwork pad.
We're trying to do this single cut, by the way, because I hate editing.
I don't want to burn up I'll be hella mad on night shift when that thing ain't working or the battery's gotta wait. It's just, so I like preserve my cordless tools and only use them when I have to.
Right on. Okay, so here we got, Jake's going to set this up. I'm going to move the tripod back, get you guys out of the way. Let's get that piece. And I want to talk to you real quick while Jake's setting that up. Set that on the floor, Jake. This here is a Black & Decker Workmate. This thing is an antique. It is old. And I'll tell you something, I roughly aged it around 1975 on the interwebs. But the one thing that I've never seen before is this metal cladding on here. So that's quite interesting. And it's called vice cladding. But there's no other information. So if anybody out there knows what that is, give me a shout. So Jake's gonna go ahead and he's gonna make a quick grind with this so we can get to see it work. Go ahead, Jake. We're not going nuts because we're not wearing hearing protection.
I'm just gonna switch the handle over. Dad's left-handed, I'm right-handed, so.
Yeah, but I had it on the left.
No, you were on the right, so I hold on the left side because I hold left.
I don't know. See, that's weird for me because I don't do that.
Okay, well.
All right, anyways. give her a rip.
There you go.
Now that's a dirty old rusty piece of metal. And it did a good job. Let me see that for a sec, Jake. I don't know if I can do it with a hard disk. Okay, I can't do it with a hard disk because you can put flex discs on there and you can do some wicked polishing. So there it is. That's it. There's not a lot more to say about a grinder other than it grinds. It's corded. I'm not going to quote a price on this thing because I'll tell you right now, whatever they're for sale for on the internet, it's going to be different everywhere. I know it's well north of $100 in Canada. We do have multiple grinders here. We have we got Milwaukee. No, we got what do we got? We got a Makita. We got two Makitas. I don't know. I keep running across these things on Marketplace, and I'm addicted to them.
We did like a lot of fabricating.
Yeah, we did an awful lot. Man, I lived on the end. I burnt grinders out, and as a welder and a heavy steel.
Sometimes you're hogging when you're doing you carbon arc something out of something.
Oh, yeah.
You're hogging on that with a big 7-inch for 3 hours.
You can forget the battery tools. Yeah, that's just total nonsense. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm gonna wrap it up. So that's the DeWalt. Dewalt. It's the DeWalter. DW831. I don't know if this is cost is light duty, heavy duty. It's die cast head. I mean, it's a good unit. I like it. So that'll be the newest addition to the team. And thanks for watching, friends, neighbors, loved ones, boys and girls. We'll talk to you soon. We got another one coming up. You can see it in the background. It's the DeWalt skill saw. It's millwrights cutting wood. What could possibly go wrong? Talk to you soon.